Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Blokees Galaxy version 8 One Shell Fall. Now, for those who don't know, Blokees are model kits. These are Transformers. And there's three versions. There's Defender, there's Galaxy, and then there is Shining. The Defender is kind of more of like a chibi version. Galaxy is their main line. And then Shining is like Galaxy, except it might have light-up functions or like little metallic pieces. But overall, it's model kits. It's, you know, small model kits of Transformers, and each wave kind of has a theme. This one is more focused and based off of Transformers the movie, so a lot of characters from that are in this. So we get some really cool characters that we've never seen before. And the thing that I like about Blokees as a whole is it feels like they learn with every single wave. Some previous waves, they had instructions with all the characters, and now they're back to, and then they went to cards that were hard to read. Now we're back to large instructions again, but each one is individual character, which is cool and nice, and kind of handy in that way. So overall, they improve in a lot of ways. And then this wave also seems to have a lot of like very unique aspects of the characters. Like these are parts we haven't seen before, or ways they go together we haven't seen before. So it's been really interesting. We've had Fort Max was the first one we went with, and then we had Hot Rod and Sharkticon and Shrapnel of the Insecticons. Every single one had like something different, something new, something interesting about them that made them stand out. So we'll see what Blitzwing brings to the table when it comes to that. All right, so we get the head is done. The other thing I will say that I've noticed that I think is interesting is these seem to be a little bit bigger than previous releases. They're doing things slightly different. As far as the design, we're going to kind of go through some of those different aspects on this one that we've noticed and seen. So the lower legs is the same. They haven't changed much at all as far as the foot and the way all that connects. Where it gets the different in the first is, one, the knee joint is different. So it's much longer, and it's a double joint compared to before. Where's the other one? There we go, is the other one. So obviously that is something that's different. And then the other aspect to it is, let's see here, yep, there we go, is it's got this part that goes on, and then this kind of like cap to the top of the leg. That's different. Before it used to be just one piece that would hook up to the knee, and that was that. But now we kind of got this, which actually makes you have even more articulation, because you can now pivot the character, or pivot the leg at the top of the leg, which you couldn't do before. So it actually gives you more articulation doing it that way than the previous releases and how they handle it. So that's something different. It also feels like it makes a little bit longer of a leg piece than we saw in other releases. The other thing that has changed, which will be interesting to see how this plays out over time, is the waist. So you can see there we get these two pieces that go together, and then the waist winds up being this here. So you get this kind of open, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's a much different waist system than before. So now the waist is 4 parts as opposed to it used to be like 2, I think. So definite change. And then let's look at the arms. Got one there. Alright, so we got the arms here. Okay, let's do the back. So another thing that's been interesting is the body itself has changed up a little bit. Some of these have done things different than we've seen in previous releases. This one is much more of a, I would say, the traditional release, where you have the body, you put on the shoulder, I don't know, joints, whatever you want to call them, and then put the shell on top of it. Some other releases have just had the body that you go and put on, and like that's that. So that's a little bit different than, it's slightly different than other releases, but not like a huge difference. But more seem to be moving towards this like shell that is part of things. So let's see here as far as how this all goes. So it looks like this goes like that. And this goes like that. And we get the big giant wings on the back. So this is something that's very new. Hold on. Okay, so that's pretty new. And then no, I think I did this the wrong way. Because these need to go here, it looks like. Trying to figure out if it matters. I think this goes the other way. So I think this actually goes like this. Not that it's a huge difference, it's just a slight difference of direction as to the way the tracks are pointed, and then that goes on the back. And then these, the legs do matter, but you can easily just pivot this around. And then, let's see here. Go with like that, I guess. I guess they go like that. It feels weird, but the lines are going that way, so that like it has to go facing forward. So let's finish this up, I guess. And we got one shoulder, two shoulders. Let's get the head done. And he has two weapons. So let's get two fists to hold those weapons. I do remember this sword, which is pretty awesome. And then we get... There we go. So, nice figure. I mean, it's another one that's got a lot of new aspects to it. You get the wings on the side of the legs. The back, obviously, is very, very different with the wings and the treads, and then you got the turret. The rest of it is just really finely detailed. You get the cool designs on the waist and the lower torso. And, of course, the chest as well. Just overall, really well-done figure with a lot of detail, some good coloring. It's solid. To me, this is maybe the best release yet. I'm really loving this wave. Every figure has been great so far. I'm impressed. So You can get yours. We got a link underneath this video. It is an affiliate link, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you help support our site, so thank you. But just watching our videos support us, as always, so thank you as well. If you are into Transformers, especially the comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. And, of course, we're on Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, till all are one, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.